What's up guys, Beaver Fleming here. Happy Motivational Monday.
He's fired. Wow. I'm inspired by Beaver. Look out, stunties!
So I get a question asked all the time. How are you just always so pumped up on life and on skating, even when things aren't going the way you want?
I've never seen that.
I've never seen someone so pumped up on a bail.
I kind of have a simple explanation for it. Honestly, I think one of the keys to being successful in life and never losing your enthusiasm, which is the word of the day, I've heard it said many a time that when you burn out, it's because you lose your enthusiasm. The definition of enthusiasm literally means intense and eager enjoyment. And if I'm honest, I couldn't imagine working or having a job that I'm not intensely and eagerly enjoying. I think the key to really keeping the enthusiasm levels high is honestly just taking it back to when I was a little kid. If I can remember the first time I skated, how that made me feel and how pumped up I was, and also growing up where I grew up in Tennessee, it was very far-fetched for someone to be able to make it as a pro skater. But I had that dream, and so I just pursued it with all I had. And so now looking back at where I am, further than I've always dreamed of, I look at it and I go, okay, I think about it when I was a little kid. I'm like, alright, if I go back to me when I was younger, and I told myself I'm at where I'm at now, I would be, I don't even know how I would be able to handle it. I don't know if I'd believe me. I don't know what I would do. And so I try and take it like that. Every time I skate, I'm just like, man, I've always dreamed of doing this, and now I'm actually doing this for my career. And that just fires it up in me, and I think that's something incredible that a lot of people nowadays don't experience. Here's some practical things you guys can do to try and really get your enthusiasm back. Alright, first, you gotta be really clear with yourself is what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Are you able to enjoy it? Are you able to eagerly enjoy it? Did you at one time eagerly and intensely enjoy what you're doing daily? If you did at one time enjoy it, it's easier to get back than if it's something that you never did enjoy. If it's something you never did enjoy, honestly, you gotta get out of there. I don't care what it is, you're able to make something incredible happen. So don't hold yourself back and let fear get in the way of that. And if it's something that you at one time were enthused about and did have enjoyment in doing, then just try and equate yourself and go back to when you were younger. Go back to when you were little. I think it's so powerful the way, when you're a kid, you believe anything. And so I try and do that, and I get told all the time I'm super gullible. People can think gullible is a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing, honestly. I don't think I'm gullible. I think I'm enthusiastic. I like to believe in people. I like to see dreams being achieved. I like to believe the better of people. And I think if more people can get on board with being enthusiastic in their day-to-day lives, the world's going to be in a crazier place. I think enthusiasm levels have dropped because we're all attached to social media and we're looking at other people's lives where they seem enthused, but we're like, oh man, we're just not quite there. So we're not enthused. So I think another actionable state would be less time on the phone and on media. I mean, I do not watch television, and I just find it kind of sucking the energy out of me. I watch documentaries, I watch interviews and things like that, but actual television's just kind of, I don't know, I just can't really get into it, especially the news and stuff like that. I just feel like it's all just to kind of bog down and say, oh, these people are at that level, but you won't get it. It's just weird. I don't know. I could go into that for a long time. I would say stop watching as much TV if you watch a lot of it. If you watch a little bit of TV, try and cut it out for a bit and just don't even do it. And social media as well. I mean, so many people are just always scrolling on their phones, and I mean, I'm posting this on here so I can reach it out there. But figure out what it is you want to get out of it and then let it go, because you can get sucked in the Insta world of scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, or you can get out there and do something incredible. And when you keep scrolling and seeing other people's stuff, sometimes it can motivate you, but sometimes also it can be like, oh man. So I encourage you, if you're posting really cool content, give a little motivation with it, you know? This world is hungry for something, and we need to feed people. Enthusiasm comes with just having your eyes as a child and just coming into it with that eager little mindset. Like when you're a kid and you're doing something for the first time, you're like, oh man, I can actually do this. And so I think if you're able to kind of get yourself back into that mindset of being a kid, you're going to be able to really achieve a lot more. I think the youthfulness of it is incredible. And I look to guys that are like way old doing what they love, and I think it's just so powerful because you can see that little childish spirit in them. Even if they're not performing at the top level like they once were, it's okay. And so that's what brings me a lot of joy in my skating. Some days I'm not going to perform at my highest level, and I'm cool with that. If I can find the enjoyment out of just cruising around and having a good time, just remembering that anytime I'm on my skateboard is a blessing, that's really just going to fill that enthusiasm in me to where I can't hold myself back. And I think it's really cool. I mean, I've had so many incredible comments, and I thank you guys so much, and from different announcers at contests appreciating what it is I'm bringing to the table, and then just people saying, hey man, you really brought something different to this contest. And even though I might not even have performed my best at that contest, it doesn't matter. I can still control my enthusiasm and just be like, man, if I was a kid and you told me I was going to be in this crazy event, I would be like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I've always dreamed of that. I've been watching these contests since I was so young, and now to actually be a part of it, I can't hold myself back. I've got the biggest smile on my face. I'm jumping around, I'm dropping the knee, praise the Lord. I mean, I just can't even control it because it's just that incredible. I'm just getting crazy psyched right now, bouncing all around because it's just like, man, I have all this cool stuff, like, you know, a Travis Pastrana jersey, Taylor Swift jersey. It's funny, but I mean, that's so cool that I've actually been able to connect with these people and actually have a good friendship with Travis. I always looked up to him for doing the insane things and pushing the limits. And when I was younger, if you told me I would be hanging out with him, I'd be like, oh, no way, that'd be cool to meet him. Now I actually can talk to him on the phone, and it's insane. And that in itself is just like, anything is seriously possible if you just figure out and have clarity on what it is you want, and you stop at nothing till you get there. I think a lot of people just get stuck in the, oh man, it's tough, and I've been there, and I'm kind of there right now in certain spots, but you know what, I'm going to keep pushing through because I know eventually breakthrough is going to happen, and something incredible is going to happen beyond my wildest dreams. So that's also what keeps me enthused, is like, man, I don't know what that next step is, but let's go find out. That drives a hunger, that drives something in there. If you're kind of like at this point where you're plateauing, you got to figure out, you got to set yourself up for something even better. You got to figure out, okay, well, I'm here, how can I get to here? What is it that I want that's up here? And then you just get back on that ladder of climbing up and making it happen. Thank you guys again so much for watching this. I hope this helps you out and gain some enthusiasm and a little bit of passion back into whatever it is you're doing in your career, in your sport, in your business life, whatever it is. I hope this just fires you up a little bit and gets you back out there ready to send it. Woo! Much love, the Beavs.